Hello, everybody. I am your host, Liz Vaynerchuk Novello, and this is episode 13 of Good Morning, New Jersey. Thank you and welcome back. We've had a 2-week break. In that time, I got a puppy. His name is Ozzy Crackle Bear Novello. So you can tell from the bags under my eyes, I was up at 5 with him this morning, but I'm so excited to be back to the show and introduce a friend that I met over a year ago. Her name's Melissa Desanti, and she runs the Mendham Mom group. So welcome her to the show.
Hi.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. Melissa, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. We had an instant connection when we met. I felt like we were friends for a lifetime. Your energy is remarkable. You're a mom of 3, and the big exciting news is you broke your ankle, not doing anything exciting, and now you're joining us from bed.
From bed.
So I'm so excited to have you. My friend Beth, a client who became a friend, Beth is here this morning. Good morning, Beth. You're going to love Melissa. So Melissa, we met because you started this online presence with the Mendham Moms, and we started communicating, and then we met at Starbucks with your baby and talked about just a little bit about where you've been and what you're doing. Good morning, Brian. So please share with everybody who you are and what the Mendham Moms Network group is.
Sure. Well, hi, everybody. So I'm Melissa Desanti. I have 3 kids, 5, almost 4, and 1.5. That baby is now almost, 1.5.
Unreal.
And I started the Mendham Moms Network almost 3 years ago. It's part of a larger company called the Local Moms Network. We are in about 115 sub-cities like myself across the country. We were just featured in Forbes, so we're really excited about that. And our goal is to expand to 3,000 sub-cities in the next 3 years. So it's a big goal, but we're excited to do it. And so our goal is to give moms and dads the gift of time by providing these hyper-local resources and sharing with you curated finds, whether it be a great architect or builder or a great place to host your child's birthday party. We introduce you to these amazing moms around town who have small businesses. I love to get to know these moms. I love to hear their stories and see how their business has grown. I grew up in New Jersey. My husband grew up in Mendham, so he brought me here. And at first I fought it. I go, oh gosh, this is the country. I don't think I could do this. We were in Hoboken. I had delivery, every two seconds you could get whatever you wanted. And he brought me to this beautiful town that I fell in love with almost instantaneously. And now I can't picture myself living anywhere else. And so here we are. And so Mendham Moms has really evolved over the past 3 years. And in February, we launched a shop, an curated online shop filled with small business finds that I love, that I think everybody else will too. So that's what's going on with us right now.
So many questions. First of all, I know that you have advertising and marketing background, but what was it that drew you into this network? When did you discover this network? Who introduced you to it?
So my background is advertising and marketing. I was the senior marketing manager for Omega Watches. I was always in the watch industry, which was crazy. You fall into this industry. And then when I was pregnant with Georgia, my oldest, I stopped working in corporate America and I was like figuring out, what am I going to do now? And my girlfriend is the Hamptons mom and she is hysterical. I go, Enid, what are you doing? What is this? And
what is it? Right.
You have to do this. Here, let me introduce you to Layla. You're gonna love it. And so I chit-chat a little with our founder and realized that this was a platform that I could build myself, I really could make it my own and speak to our community. And it was a way to blend my background of advertising and marketing in with my new life of being a mom and loving the community I was in. And so then the Mendham Moms was born. And it's just been wonderful. The community is so supportive and they've just, embraced me and this network. And every day we're learning new things and trying to be interesting and provide more content and resources to everybody.
And value. So, and something that's so interesting, I think I've never researched more in my life than when I was pregnant. It was like from what stroller should I get? What, all the products, reading the reviews. Then it was like first birthday parties. Where do I have the first birthday? What are the best party favors? It like over consumes you. And here's this network just, a few years late from when I first became a mom, but a place that kind of shares. I love your weekend roundups. So the weekend roundups, can you speak on that?
I can. So the weekend roundups are great. Our calendar page is something that, we are constantly updating as soon as we find new events, and it's filling back up now. Things are picking up. So that's like kind of a heart of what we do. And we, have all of these activities on there. And for the weekend, everybody's looking for something to do, right? So
every parent, what can I do to entertain my child?
Exactly. Get the energy out. So we do a weekend roundup. It's usually posted on Friday, and it, tells you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday what's happening, what's going on. And then you can go back to the calendar and get all the full details. So it's like a little brief synopsis of, okay, Backer Farm's doing this, Alstead's doing that, the library's doing this, there's a food truck festival in this town. And it really is hyper local. So it concentrates on Mendham and the surrounding areas. And it's great. Like people just love it because it's easy. And our goal is to put everything in one spot for you. So you don't have to do that research. We've done it for you.
Right. Because I remember just like looking up New Jersey events, what am I going to do this weekend with my kids? So I love seeing that. And again, just because it's called the Mendham Moms, it's the surrounding areas and how we met. You're covering Baskin Ridge, Bernardsville. What other towns?
Bar Hills, Peapack, Gladstone, Bedminster, Morristown, Chester. So it's Mendham and the 8 surrounding towns, really. And then sometimes we dive a little, further out too. If something in, like Long Valley is happening, or, in just, the surrounding areas too, like could be Morris Plains or Randolph or something also, or, Bridgewater, depending, what I think would speak to our audience. So. Right. If I think it's something interesting, then I'm going to touch base on it too.
Well, thank you, Danielle, for joining us. I miss you. Hope all is well. Let's talk about giveaways. I've noticed that you do some giveaways. Oh. How has that been?
Giveaways are great because it introduces you to these cool brands that are around. So I did 2 recent ones. One was with Town Vintage, who is a local mom. We did a Meet a Mom on her. She's right in Mendham. Her name's Allison. She has this vintage clothing shop where she has
saw that, yes.
Lines, and she found this amazing Gucci bag that she was like, let's give it away to somebody, local in our network that, would love this. So we did
vintage Gucci.
Ooh. No one has ever said, no, I don't want a Gucci bag, please.
The vintage. I love it.
And then another one we did was with Low Tides Ocean. It's a sustainable company based in New Jersey, and they create these amazing beach chairs that are durable, and they have 2 cup holders. My favorite part, because as a mom, you have one for your cocktail,
your sippy cup,
and then the other one's for a juice box, right? So you need 2 cup holders.
I know how you feel about the beach, for sure. That's amazing. I'll have to check that out. I love a good beach chair too. And so you're also doing fundraisers, or we just talked about like a diaper drive, or like remind me on that.
So Moms Helping Moms Foundation is a local organization in New Jersey that we have partnered with as a whole. So all of our other sister sites in New Jersey, Chatham Summit Moms, Livingston, Milburn, Short Hills. We have Bergen, we have Denville, Monmouth County, Ocean County. We've all partnered together to do this virtual diaper drive. And basically you can go online, shop, almost like Amazon. You can, shop, and then it gets sent right to the Moms Helping Moms Foundation, and they deliver and distribute throughout New Jersey. So we're doing that for the month of May. So the link in our Instagram bio. So go there, donate, help raise money for, these underprivileged families who need diapers and formula and wipes and all of that stuff.
What continues to make you so passionate about what you do?
It's the community. It's the people in here that are so supportive. And I get messages, all the time that says, thank you for what you do. I can't believe I, found this resource. Oh, you've helped me find the best, contractor or cleaning person, or, oh, I love that interior decorator. Thanks for that recommendation. And I'm really picky about who I partner with. And I have to either I've used them or know someone reputable who has used them, or they've been recommended to me. I don't just say, oh, come use this service or come use that. They have to be a reliable service, because that's my word. And that's all we all have,
that's
right?
That's all we have, right? I so agree with you. And even just when we've talked, being the resource, for me, selling real estate, I became the resource. So seeing even the recommendations that you have, I trust you. So I'm like, okay, I'll put them on the list, So I think it's a very smart idea. When did this network start? Like, how many years before did it become your involvement?
So I started it from the ground up in 2018. I built the website. I did all the research with the resources that are on our page. So you may not know, but we have a whole website that not just has a calendar page and we do blog posts, but we have a resource section that lists all of the schools in the area. So if you're moving to town, it's really great to say, okay, if you live in, Bernardsville, here are the towns that are the schools that you would go to. If you live in, Basking Ridge, here are your schools. And then it has everything from attractions in the area, restaurants in the area, birthday parties, summer camps, anything you can think of.
I saw, what I recently saw you share, and I just discovered it now that my son wants to play. He's been playing flag football, and I can't believe I'm letting Max actually play tackle, with a lot of convincing on his part, including this dog, but he's very persuasive. And so I found that you did this camp, and for you highlighted the football camp. I forget the name of it, where the camp was even done by the New York Jets, which is probably what also triggered me to be like, what is that?
Yes. So we put out a summer camp guide, a local summer camp guide. And one of our partners there was Future Stars Football Camp. And it's an amazing camp that they take these professional football players, and they help these kids who are into football get going and train.
Get trained.
And it's just so great.
It's so amazing because, again, I think it's, as parents, we speak to other parents and find out what their kids are doing. But I think it's a great resource especially if you're a new parent, get on, follow Melissa, follow the Mendham Moms, because this is going to be the resource that you use as your child gets older. And even for myself with an 11.5-year-old, I'm still using it. I'm still looking to see what recommendations you have. Good morning, Lemonade. Thank you for always joining. And she's putting up the football with the love. And so let's talk about this shop that you have created recently.
So we decided to launch this curated online shop, and it's kind of like a marketplace of all different kinds of items. And it's on our website right there. You can go to mendhammoms.com and then click on shop. And there it is. So we have everything from swimsuits to loungewear to handbags.
I love that handbag. I'm a handbag freak.
I know.
Oh, and cake pops?
Yes. So So this is Sweet Seas by Stephen Colucci. He is someone I went to high school with, actually.
Stop.
And he became this incredible pastry chef, which I was so proud of him. And
Where at? Where's his shop?
he is based in Westfield, but he during the pandemic he got clever because the restaurants weren't open. So he said, "All right, I'm going to do my pastry chef at home." And so he created a company called Sweet Seas, and they will send them to you. They'll ship them to you or deliver if you're local. I mean, his stuff is incredible. Like, I drool over the cookies every time he sends me something new, and he's constantly changing too. You can do a
Stop.
subscription. So
I just saw the 7-layer rainbow bar.
Oh.
My boys would go crazy. It's not my thing, but they love those.
Those are my favorite. I am
that's so great.
Cookies.
So it's going to be food. It's going to be candles. It's going to be bags. It's going to be clothing.
It's going to be anything that I think is a great fit and like a giftable item, or gifting yourself. I'm into self-giving. So right now we're partnering with Wax Cabin Candles. They're local out of Chester. We've done a meet a mom on Jen. She's amazing. And I came to her and I said, "Jen, I want to do these hometown candles, like the scent of Mendham, the scent of Bernardsville, the scent of Morristown." And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And she's so easy to work with too. So we've been behind the scenes, creating the perfect label that is like a little bit of me and a little bit of her mixed together. And they're almost ready to go. We're going to launch them in June.
That's exciting.
They're in production now.
That's a good housewarming gift, to add.
So it's like, something so cute. It could go in a gift basket. You could just give a candle and a bottle of wine or something. But I mean, everybody loves a candle. And especially when it's like a cozy, warm thing to put on your counter and to, say it's the scent of your hometown. I think it's so sweet.
Cute. That's very cute. So tell me this. Through this organization, how much have you connected with other moms out there? And I find it so interesting building a community. You just commiserate, they check in on you, you check in on them. It's amazing to feel very connected to people that you actually never physically met. Have you been experiencing that?
It's incredible too. So first of all, I never realized how many small business moms are in this area. There are so many talented moms here that, they're artists, they are, builders, they're creators, they are, incredible lawyers, doctors. I mean, there's so many moms.
We got some badass moms here in Jersey.
Amazing. And so I remember the first time I went out to dinner with my husband, and we're sitting there, and this woman comes up to me and she was like, do you have an Instagram account? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I didn't know where it was going. I was like, oh yeah, I have an Instagram. Like, don't you have an Instagram? Like, and she's like, are you the Mendham mom? I go, oh, I am. My husband laughed. He's like, well, I'm the Mendham dad.
It's all, how about me? Show some light on me.
Dad too. I'm Fred. It's nice to meet you. And it was hysterical. And it was like a celebrity sighting. It was me. I was like,
Isn't it wild?
It was wild.
I experienced that at an open house recently. The line was out the door. It was someone else's listing. I was bringing buyers, and they must have called my name. My clients ran 2 minutes late. So I was waiting for them at the corner. And then this guy goes, hey, aren't you Liz Novello? And I was like, yes. He's like, they called your name. And then I was like, who are you? And then I realized, oh, hello. We met on Instagram. So it's wild. And I think it's so interesting to have these connections with so many people that you don't meet. And I find it so fun because I think we get in a group, like without this social media, you're really limited to the women that you meet in your mom groups or things like that. Now you're speaking to moms they don't have to even be a mom from this area. And I even know that you tend to follow moms from different areas probably. So,
oh yeah, I love meeting new moms, and I love connecting with people. There's some people that come to me when they're moving to town and they'll ask me for, recommendations on preschools or, where to move to, or a realtor even too. And, I never try to, be biased. I just tell them, here's our resources.
Sure.
Check it out. Cause things are so personal to make a decision like that. But
Absolutely.
I also tell them, I send my kid to this school, but here are tons of other schools too, and make the choice based on what you like. Each school is different and special in its own way. And there's so many moms that'll come and chit chat with me on Instagram, but I won't know their real names because it'll just be their
Right.
Instagram handle. So they'll say, "Oh, I was talking to him, blah blah blah," and then I have to wait to like figure out, mommy.
You're like, what's your handle name?
Yes,
right?
I don't know their real names. I only know their handle name.
Thank you, Ginger Beloved, for joining us. I'm here with Melissa from the Mendham Mom Group, and she's amazing. So, Melissa, you grew up in Jersey. Your husband grew up in Jersey. You're raising your 3 beautiful children here. Let's talk some Jerseyness, right?
Oh, yes.
So you grew up in Westfield, which is one of my favorite towns. If the commute was better, I mean, my husband has a crazy commute pre-pandemic. So if Westfield had a better commute, I would live there in a heartbeat, but they don't. Like the train is there. They don't have a good commute.
You have to change trains, so when I first I was starting out, I worked in the city, and I remember getting on the train. It was so long from Westfield, and
it feels like it shouldn't be.
And then you have to get off and you have to switch, and then you're like in the shuffle through Newark train station, and then you have to go race to your next train. And if you miss it, then you're standing there on the platform for another 15 minutes, and you're like, oh God. But Westfield's downtown is incredible.
Downtown, I love it.
Amazing. And I remember when we were looking for houses, I was like, I'm only going to live in Westfield, blah, blah, blah. And Fred goes, no, we're going to look other places. We're going to look in the country. We're going to look in Mendham. We looked in Basking Ridge. We lost a house in Basking Ridge. It was really cute, a teeny tiny pink ranch. I'll never forget it. I loved it.
Pink one? Oh my God. They painted it just for you, and then they didn't give it to you. Really?
I know. And then we found this house. We were in Hoboken. Fred came out here and was like, this is our house.
Putting in an offer.
We're putting in an offer. And we did, and we fought hard. The market was rough then, and the
market's rough now, man. It is rough. I just showed a house actually the other day in Mendham. Very cute. If you have not been to Mendham, it is the cutest, charming town ever. You don't, people are very confused by Jersey. We have the most beautiful state, and Mendham really makes it so special.
It's like a hidden gem. And like when people think of New Jersey, they only think of like a few places. They'll think
of Newark Airport,
Airport and the Jersey Shore, and that's it. And there's so many amazing hidden gems out here in this countryside, of Mendham and Basking Ridge and Bernardsville and Peapack, Gladstone, and Far Hills. And it's far from the city. It is far, but it's doable. And there's a lot of people out here that do commute. And
because you have the trade-off.
We do. And you just come back and it's like, you have a lot of land. It's like horse country out here. People don't know that even exists. So
what is your favorite restaurant in Mendham?
Oh, well, so it's not quite a Mendham, but it's a new one that just opened up.
Tell me.
Okay? It's in Bernardsville. It's called Ristorante MV. It's like a fancy.
Guess what? I saw your post on it. It looks amazing. Don't they own another restaurant in the city?
They owned a restaurant in the city, and I think it got shut down during the pandemic, Michael told me, and he came out here. They gutted this building that used to be Rudolph's Steakhouse, right?
And it's so interesting. The location of this restaurant that we're speaking about have had some turnover. But I checked out, when you posted, I checked out the menu. That's what I have to check out the menu immediately. I'm like, there was so much on there that you can get.
Rigatoni Bolognese. If you don't order anything, order the rigatoni Bolognese. It's to die for. And don't share it. Do not share it.
Well, I don't share food.
I know. You can't share it. So,
and the pandemic's a good reason to not share any food anymore, people.
Great excuse to do it.
Exactly.
Sure. I love it.
What else are some of your favorites from Westfield, Mendham, Bernardsville? Share some of your favorite go-to spots, maybe for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you got.
We love bopping around, and I love trying new things. So if you haven't been to Priscilla's Pantry, she's
fantastic.
She's fantastic. My girlfriend.
She moved location, so she moved closer to you. She was closer to me. I was so sad. I was like, can't you have both locations? She's great. She does these mason jar salads that I love. Overnight oats. That's a good one.
My
Absolutely.
friend just dropped off these like 2 big meals for me. One's like a champagne chicken and a chicken parm, so I could, eat them during the week. She's incredible. We love Sapore d'Italia, right? In Mendham is great pizza, like amazing, amazing Italian food. A local family owned. I do order every week, once a week, without fail. Order out. I mean, I'll try any excuse to get out of cooking. I love to cook. I am a good cook, but any excuse to get out of cooking.
Well, you broke your ankle, so I think this is the week to use it. Yeah. For sure. And so what about in Westfield? What's your go-to spots in Westfield?
I haven't been back to Westfield in so long, but we used to be very frequent customers of Ferraro's, and they're like cousins or I think, or brothers, something like that. They're related.
They're related.
And they both have, thrived. How do you have 2 amazing Italian restaurants that are family thriving in the town? And they're just different in so many ways, but they're amazing places. And then there's a gelato shop in Westfield that we always go to.
That's a good shop.
Really good.
I think, what's so exciting is that I think what you're doing provides so much value to people, to parents, and it's exciting to watch you still be so passionate about what you do. And I asked you the other day, I'm like, Melissa, is this going to be it? And you're like, I'm still so happy. And
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be it. I don't know where the road is going to lead me, but I love what I'm doing now. I love being connected to this community, and there's still so much to tell. There's so much to do with Mendham Moms. So it's on its way up right now.
It's on its way. Melissa, tell me where everybody can find you.
So you could find me on Instagram at Mendham Moms. We're on Facebook, the Mendham Moms Network, and then we have our website, and it's the mendhammoms.com. So you can find us all there.
Melissa, I adore you. Feel better with your ankle. I can't believe an ankle is broken with 3 little kids, but I'm glad
you can't even drive.
I am so happy you're surviving it, and I hope that you connect with other parents who are listening today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Have the best Saturday. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Liz. Bye.